gets on your nose?
Yeah. And it gets on my forehead.
Yeah. Can you stick your tongue out and try and eat the snow? Did you get one yet? Are you having fun camping?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part?
I like the snow part.
The snow part?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool, huh?
That'll give us some light. Some sunlight, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there we go. Now we're ready.
Hey, YouTube.
What's up? We are the Rouse. I'm Colby and this is Jesse. I'm sliding us back. Trying to get that good angle here. There we go. That's good enough, I think. So, hello. Thank you for coming and tuning into our channel. We were putting this video up so that we could just talk about kind of what we've got going on, some homeschooling things and some dispersed camping stuff. So, welcome to our channel. Let's get into it. We are the Rouse. We went camping
At Lake George.
and this would actually be, we've been there a few times before, but we call this the Lake George #3 camp trip because it's the third trip we've had in 2025. We went just outside of Lake George on some Forest Service property, which is dispersed camping. It's dispersed camping. And for those that don't know what dispersed camping is,
Also known as boondocking.
yeah, or dry camping. It's where you go out and you pick a spot. Usually there's already a fire ring, 9 times out of 10. And that's a good way to do so that you're not disturbing any of the natural ecosystem or anything. But you go out there on some Forest Service or BLM land and you bring a tent and you bring some water and some food.
There are no amenities out there, so.
Yeah, you don't have bathrooms or internet generally. Although there are some locations that you can find a nearby
Right.
bathroom or dump site sometimes.
But for the most part, you bring what you need, so.
Then we, for our setup, because I got my little pupper dog right here. For our setup, we have a 12x16 Kodiak canvas tent,
With two 8x8s, the extra add-on rooms.
and we love it. That's one of the, well, it's my pride and joy, so to speak. But
One of the 8x8s is a kitchen, the other one is like an office, and then the 12x16 is the main tent, where we have our wood stove in there as well, along with our 2 kids and 2 dogs.
and we did this. What started this was I was working remotely, and I was able to work from anywhere. So we did get Starlink and solar panels and batteries. Go away, Duke. And turned one of the 8x8s into my office. And pretty neat, actually. I was pretty amazed, pretty impressed we were able to do that. I was running multiple monitors with my computer, my laptop, as well as charging, my phone, some batteries, and running a TV plus Starlink, all with a pretty relatively small setup. I will say it's more than most people would want to take camping. It is a glamping setup for sure.
But it's not bad. It's really nice to have.
How long does it take setup?
3 hours to set up, and that's including both 8x8s, the 12x16, the toilet tent, and everything that goes inside of the tent, the bunk beds, the cots, stuff like that.
And we are setting up the main tent. It takes us about 45 minutes total. As a matter of fact, I think this video was only 44 minutes, and that was to set up the main tent body and the front 8x8. First, you put in that ridge pole, and they say you can set this up with one person, although
Way easier with 2.
yeah, I wouldn't want to try it with just one person. Probably the trickiest part about this whole tent setup is actually just getting the 8x8 zipped onto the 12x16. Just because it can get very frustrating holding your arm up there. There's a little ripple in the zipper. It causes you grief. You'll see if you get this tent. But once it's done, it's a cinch. I need to get a better angle. We should mount the GoPro on a tripod for this.
Yes.
But Duke, I didn't realize he just follows me around so much until I watch him in fast forward on a video, and he just stands there and
sits
stares at me.
Stares at you. There's Daisy. Yeah, there's the zipper. That's why it looks like it's taken a little while.
We actually did cut this down because that zipper got stuck at the top, just so we could get it through, because it probably took me another 3 to 5 minutes just to get that zipper. It doesn't always take that long, but sometimes for sure does.
There's the roof going on. A little windy, but not too bad.
We did have to cut out because the wind stole the roof from us. You got to be careful with that because those poles will get all bent up if you're not very careful with which ones are in certain spots. For instance, the ridge pole has a little 90-degree notch on it that you got to be very careful of.
And then here are the sidewalls going up, and then right there where it attaches to the 12 by 16, it actually velcros right there too.
We have torn that Velcro. That was my own doing.
And then this is a walkthrough of when we first got our tent. So this isn't actually what it looks like right now, but generally about the same.
That stove, like I said, the stove, I would probably go with the large for the 12 by 16. Those are the disco bunk beds for the kids, and we have the King Camp double cot.
Mm-hmm.
We really need a mattress pad on that. It's quite uncomfortable without the mattress pad.
Yes.
While we were there, we saw a whole lot of track and scat from elk and deer.
Mm-hmm.
This trip, we didn't see any mountain lion footprints, although I've seen mountain lion
good.
footprints up there. We did find, while we were walking around, the kids got the opportunity to acclimate to the elevation, because I think it's about almost, I want to say 9,500 feet there or so.
Yeah.
And we're coming from 6,000 feet, so it's not a huge jump, but it's something you have to get used to.
Especially for our 4-year-old, her little legs, as she says. She's like, I have little legs. But she did really well, and our 7-year-old probably could have beat both of us up the hill and back, so she was doing a really good job.
And I love running down the hills.
Running down this hill. I hate to eat shit on camera.
We found some quartz veins, a big quartz vein sticking up out of the ground, and the kids loved that. They took some of the silica or some of the clear chunks of quartz.
They wanted to take every single rock they found.
Yep, every rock. My oldest found a piece of, I think it's called brecciated quartz, and she thought that was the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty cool.
What are you doing, Kenzie?
Making my own fire.
Your own fire?
Mom didn't bring s'mores.
It didn't, I'm sorry. Hi, Daisy.
So when we started Baby Girl, what did we do? What was the first thing we had to do?
Make a Dakota fire.
When we did that by doing what?
Digging holes.
Yeah, we dug how many holes?
2.
And then what did we do in the first hole right here?
Make a little house, but a different one because yours broke.
Yeah, we
That one kept falling
made a
down.
teepee instead of a log cabin, huh? Because we can make.
So then you just started putting them together.
Uh-huh.
Like where you made some flat like just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you flat like this.
Like
then
a
you
raft?
Put a stick like this and this. And
Like a
this,
Lincoln
and
log
this.
cabin.
Yeah.
Now we need a whole
Hey,
bunch
Bubba's.
of wood shavings or
Chasing
very
the
small
lights.
stuff, okay? That'll start burning real easy. We have fire! Small sticks here. Small sticks.
Thank you for coming and checking us out. We'll part ways now and show you guys some cool pictures of what we got.
Yep.